Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. My name is Kelsey and this is Igniting Insight. These are general readings, they are not date specific, so whenever you're landing on this reading is when it's meant for you. And they're general, so they may not resonate with everyone, but they're meant to just provide you with messages from Spirit conveyed through the cards and through my intuition to hopefully help you over the week ahead. I use a mixture of Oracle and Tarot for my readings. This is only week 2 that I've been doing these, and I've switched up the decks a little bit since last week, although a lot of them are the same. And what I am doing is pulling an overall energy card for the week from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and then I'm pulling another card from the Illuminated Earth deck to get insight into something that's unconscious about the energy, to hopefully help ignite your insight. And then I'm pulling some tarot to get more details about the energy as well as some blocks. And then I'll pull a guidance card to help you kind of navigate the week ahead. So let's just go ahead and get right into it, Libra. So what can we get for Libra for overall energy for the week ahead? Oh, orphaned. I'm just going to go ahead and say I thought about starting with this. Even though these aren't date-specific readings, I've been feeling the energy lately. It's fluctuating. There's a lot of, I don't want to get too into detail, but there's solar flares going on right now. There's just a lot of energy spikes and changes and shifts, and it's very kind of all over the place, I would say. So I don't want anyone to feel like this. I mean, orphaned is kind of a heavy card, but know that the readings this week have been generally heavier and also kind of hard to nail down and all over the place because the energy is so in flux. So, I mean, these fluctuations in energy happen from time to time. So if you're watching this in the future, it could be that another energy shift like this is happening, or it's just your personal energy. But I just wanted to say that just because I don't want anyone to feel like their energy is so heavy, because it's just a general thing for the collective this week is what I'm feeling. So you could be feeling, so you could have lost something. You could be feeling left out of something. Maybe you've lost someone, lost a partner, lost a relationship, felt left out of a social group, felt left out of a job situation. Definitely some sort of feeling of dejection. But all is not lost, Spirit wants me to tell you. This is just the first card of the reading too, so we're going to get into what this is. And also Spirit wants me to say life is about fluctuations. Life is, loss is a part of life. We all go through this where we might feel a sense of lost, feeling a sense of being left out, feeling a sense of being abandoned. You're not alone if that's where you are, if you're resonating with this reading, with one card so far. You're not alone, and Spirit just wants me to remind you of that. I feel like this week, really, what I'm doing is just kind of being a cheerleader for all the signs, kind of. I don't know, it's really strange. Yeah, so for the unconscious, we got release, which is just telling you that you could be holding on to... focus on the beautiful card. It's I love these cards so much, so I just want you to be able to see it clearly. What I was saying, so sometimes when we feel left out of something, it's because we're holding on to something that's not actually for us. So, for example, if this is resonating and it's a social group that you've been left out of, you thought you were gaining a group of friends, or something socially where you thought you were gonna be part of something and now you're feeling like you are on the outside, that you're not part of it. It could be that it's just not for you and the universe is calling you to release this thing. And, this is the unconscious aspect, so I'm here to kind of bring this into your awareness to consider whether or not this thing was really actually for you, or whether it's something that needs to actually just be released. I'm gonna pull from the tarot to just unfold this energy, really, is what the purpose of these cards are. I've been pulling 5 cards for every sign, and it, the way I read, I like to tell people, is very intuitive. I work with imagery, and I just let the messages come through, so it's not necessarily like everything you're going to experience over the week ahead, although it is meant to be kind of a timeline of events and experiences for you, but timelines, I like to remind, are always they're up to our free will as well as divine will, so we can speed things along or slow things down depending on how we interact with our lives, really. Okay. Oh, so this is nice. We got some positive energy for you. So I think that this is just going to be about letting go of whatever you feel like you've been left out of. Just realize that it's not necessarily for you, and that it's possible to have something better come in. So here's your cards for the week. We get Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, 4 of Wands reverse, the Fool, the 7 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and Strength. Okay, so what we're getting here, I think this actually could be you. It didn't come in reverse, and I really like Queen of Cups energy. This is water of water, so this is very emotional. And you can see, like, she's looking at this thing, and it's a very odd contraption, but she is looking at it with reverence. So it's kind of this energy of, it's just this energy of reverence. And I feel that this could have been you about whatever that thing is that now you're feeling left out of. Could have been that you were feeling very emotionally fulfilled from this situation, maybe this group of people, or this scenario. It could just be one person even. It could be like a partnership that you've been, that you've lost and felt orphaned from. You were feeling like it was like this really amazing, you were looking at it like she's looking at this contraption here. You were looking at it with reverence, with awe, and it was emotionally fulfilling you, but it was not to be, is what we're getting here. This is kind of a marriage card. 4s are about structure too, so it's kind of about having this foundation, and Wands are representative of fire energy, which is about creativity, movement, assertion, things like that. But you could see, like, there's literally like a partnership, a marriage happening in this card, and it's reversed. So for some of you, Libra, it could be one person, it could be a relationship that you've lost, that you've felt kind of dejected from. You're needing to just go ahead and release it. It's not for you. It wasn't meant to be. This is reversed, so it's this marriage is not happening here for you. But we have the Fool next, which is about a new beginning, a leap of faith, and it's a very positive card. It's about innocence. So I think this thing needs to be released. This situation, person, or group of people needs to be released. And then you'll find yourself in this place where you're ready to kind of leap into something new pretty quickly, I think, for you. Which is, hopefully, it just doesn't focus. hopefully that's encouraging, because I think I like the Fool a lot. I think it's nice to know that we can take these kind of leaps of faith in life and feel secure in that, and feel like we can kind of take these big jumps into new things. The Nine of Cups is interesting energy, because it's like he's got everything he needs here, but he's also kind of guarded, and I always kind of see him as a little bit selfish about it, but it does suggest that you will be having everything you need. All your cups are going to be filled on the table, and then you finish off with strength here. So I do see you moving into something positive. And so at first, this reading, I felt the need to kind of give you an overall sense of the energy, so you didn't feel like this orphaned card was, super heavy. I think for you, it's just about something that you thought was for you is not, and you need to release and find your inner resources, your strength, and everything will kind of line up for you. You'll be able to jump into new opportunities, and I don't see that this will have you down for too long, Libra. So I think that's a good thing. We're going to pull from the Osho Zen Tarot to get some potential blocks for you for the week ahead. This is going to help us, focus on what you might need to release. Okay. So we get the Miser, the Master, and Aloneness. Yeah, aloneness. So the Miser, you can see it's kind of this, I don't know what to call this person. They don't look nice to me. They have these jewels here. This is about like being way too caught up in the material. This is about, it's about the ego. It's about kind of holding on to all of this material things, thinking that that's going to bring you satisfaction. But this person does not look happy, right? They do not look satisfied. And they're building up a wall. They're building up this brick wall, or this rock wall, and it's really cutting them off from the world, from everything else. So I think that this block is telling me that this is what you risk by holding on to that thing that's needing to be released. If you're in this kind of dejected energy, if that's resonating, if that's how you're feeling now, it's okay to move through those emotions. Definitely do move through those emotions. But don't try to hold on, and especially don't try to hold on in the physical. Don't try to hold on to this material stuff. If it's not a relationship for you, if it's a situation, maybe it's a job situation where you were getting a lot of like benefits, or you were getting a lot of gifts, or like kind of material things coming in from it, and that was kind of giving you this false sense of security. That needs to be released. And the Master, this is about sovereignty. This is about self-mastery. This is about knowing yourself. It's a block because this is what you're moving into. This is not the first time I've gotten this card. This week I got it for at least one other sign, and a lot of us are needing to move into this self-mastery. We're needing to understand what it means to be empowered, to be in control of our own lives, of our own destiny, to make great decisions for ourselves, and to be, again, I just want to say empowered. It can feel disempowering when we're kind of cut off from something, or when something falls away that we thought we were meant to have, that we thought was going to fulfill us. The reading here is pretty clear that this thing that is needing to fall away is not going to fulfill you, but something better will come in, and what you're going to gain is this kind of, filling up of all your cups and inner strength, which are positive things that we all need. Aloneness, this can be difficult for Libra. You're a very, very social sign, but I think the best way to gain clarity about the situation this card is telling me is to get some alone time, to get some time to self-reflect and to kind of purge out this old person, situation, whatever it is for you, however this resonates, just let it go. And a lot of times we actually need to like take time to go through that process of releasing. It doesn't just happen necessarily when we set our intention, although that's a great part of it, setting our intention to release. But I find more and more, more and more through my awakening journey, I will feel when something needs to get released. I will be like, okay, it's time to release something. I'll go sit and meditate. And for as long as it takes, I will just sit there, tune in, and just let things happen. And, you could cry, whatever you need to do. Like, it just needs to be able to pass through. And then once it passes through, I can tell you it feels so good. Like, you will thank yourself for giving yourself the space, giving yourself the alone time to let this process happen, to let yourself change. We're all kind of in this process of change right now. Like I said, everything's really in flux, and we're all being asked to shift in big ways, a lot of us big ways. So what can we get for guidance for Libra? This will be our last card. Oh, lovely. Expansion. So definitely once you can release this, once you can let it go, you will be getting expansion. You will be getting this inner strength, it's just a positive. Positive is coming. This card says, spread your wings and soar, share your message and shine your light, show the world what you're made of. What I'm also getting for you is through your experiences, even the heavy ones, and actually especially the heavy ones, you gain so much wisdom, understanding, and insight that you can share with others to help them on their journey. It really makes the process worth it. It really brings a lot of joy and fulfillment to the process of healing and transforming and allowing ourselves to release, because once we can really practice doing that and we learn what it's like to shift from one state of being to another, we can share that experience with other people to help them on their journey. And I think that for Libra, being that you're such a social sign, that's definitely one of your purposes here, is to share your experiences and share the ways that you've been able to expand so that you can help others expand, help the world expand, and help healing on a greater level. Okay, Libra, I really hope that reading was helpful for you. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions to the channel are greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you all the best for the week ahead. Namaste.